I put a lot of thought into this because I've been asked this question so many times, and there were many things that happened along my journey that you would think would have been the catalyst, like the rock bottom moments. For instance, now remember, this is like almost 30 years ago that this happened. Things have changed in doctors' offices now, but I remember being pregnant with my daughter. So I was young, okay? I was a teenager. And I remember the scale did not go up high enough to get my accurate weight. So obviously things have changed because we have my 600-pound life. we have larger people. Not only was that moment just demoralizing and humiliating, but on top of that, my husband at the time, no longer my husband, laughed. He laughed, and I don't know, like, was he uncomfortable? I don't know, but he laughed, and it was so bad that the nurse walked out. Like, she did not laugh with him, obviously, but like, why wasn't that the catalyst? You know what I mean? Maybe because there was other things going on in my life that I prioritized, but the catalyst that I'm going to tell you was not, it's not going to seem as life-changing as that moment. So I kind of think that a lot of it has to do with like an accumulation of things. Like I mentioned before in another video that I was always the butt of everybody's joke growing up. I mean, I am not exaggerating, you guys. I'm not exaggerating. I was an easy target. I don't blame them. I was easy target. I was fat, freckled, red hair. I mean, my hair was really, really red. As you get older as a redhead, it just gets lighter and lighter. So I was the butt of everybody's joke. I've heard it all. You can't say anything I haven't already heard of. So I think it was just years and years of leading up to this moment. But when I went back to my senior year of high school after having my daughter, I met a new friend who I adored. Everybody adored her. Her name was Jessica. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to having that one friend that is beautiful from the inside and on the outside. And everybody loves her. Everybody wants to be friends with her. Everybody wants to date her. And she had a lot of male admirers. And I can't tell you how many times those male admirers would come to me and say, "Oh, yeah, you're Jessica's friend, right?" I don't know why. I don't know why that bothered me so much to be invisible to the extent that my name wasn't even worth remembering. So that was a catalyst. It was the beginning. I remember towards the end of that school year, I was just done. I was done. And that was the start of making changes. And they were gradual changes, but they were shifts that I made, and I never went back. Now, I didn't change my life drastically overnight. I lost about 75, maybe close to 100 pounds the first year of just making small changes, honestly. Moving more, eating less, cutting out all drinks other than water. I mean, I would walk around with a gallon of water bottle and people thought I was so weird, but I was just committed to it. It's because I had drank so many sodas. And so that was a huge change for me, because I went from drinking something all day, every day, to drinking water all day, every day. So I can't imagine, looking back, how many calories I must have been consuming just from drinking for it to make that big of a difference. And I cut back on the amount of times I ate. So I probably went from snacking all day, every day, to just kind of eating like once or twice a day. And that caused the weight to start to come off. So going back to the original topic of my why, that was the catalyst. And my why was, I just didn't want to be invisible anymore. I don't know why that was such a big deal to me, especially after all these years that I wanted that I've been screaming and crying to my mom that I just wanted to fit in. I just didn't want to stick out as much as I did. I guess it's all about balance, right? But anyway, that came to mind and I thought I would share because it is a huge part of starting your journey, and it's something that you need to hold on to throughout the entire journey. It needs to stay important throughout. So it wasn't my only why, but it was the catalyst. And like I said, it changed a lot over the years, and yours will too, as long as you stick with it and don't give up and you keep your eyes on the prize. It'll evolve, but it'll stay with you. So that is all for today. Have an amazing day. Move your body. Until tomorrow for the next gems of wisdom. Instead of pearls of wisdom, gems of wisdom. We'll keep working on it. Bye-bye.